Good afternoon, everybody. It is Meteorologist A's Weather Forecast, and welcome back to another video, guys. This is going to be an update on the cold front coming in early next week, guys. So, guys, just be prepared for this cold blast to come. I know we do still have some excessive heat warnings, excessive heat watches, and all that, but this is only going to last a couple more days, maybe about a day, or maybe only tomorrow will be the last day, and then we're going to already see these cold fronts right now starting to affect parts of the northern plains. So, guys, if you guys want to know how much longer how much longer you're going to be affected by this heat, how much longer till this cold front affects you, or if it even affects you, and also how long will this cold front last, that'll all become right up. So, as you can tell, we're going to be looking at the National Weather Service first. So let me just scoot this down a little bit. So we do still have excessive heat warnings in effect for these areas of the coastal areas of the east, because that's where they will be getting the heat today, and then it should be gone by the next 2 days. And so it's not going to be very long until this heat goes away, but we are going to see this heat start to affect the west now. We already have heat advisories for the Carson City area and Reno. But we do have excessive heat warnings for Boston, Philadelphia, Virginia Beach, Richmond, Norfolk, New York, and Providence. And then we also have areas into the Ozarks. We have Indianapolis, we have Springfield, Illinois, we have Louisville, we have St. Louis, and we actually do have southeastern Kansas into these heat advised or excessive heat warnings. That's where we can see the warmest so far today, and then we do have many heat advisories for Columbus, for areas of Tulsa, and parts of Memphis, and we do have some there for the Portland, Maine area, for Burlington, and also for the Raleigh area of North Carolina. So that's basically all the heat advisories and all the advisories right now. I don't think we're going to see any severe. I don't think we're going to see any really freeze warnings or freeze watches, because we're not really going to have this freeze or anything. But it's just going to be very, very cold compared to the averages of the summer temperatures. Now we're going to be looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook. So as you can tell, we are going to be having a huge cold front coming in for parts of the southern part of the country, for the southeast and the south central, as we do have warmer temperatures surrounding all around it. So if you guys live in the south of this southeast or south central, you guys are going to be the only ones enjoying this cold weather. So we are going to be having these area all the way from Texas to the Virginia area that's going to be below average. But in this other shade, this second light color or shade, we will be having possibly only a degree or so below average. In this darker shade, we will be seeing possibly 2 to 3 degrees below average. 1 to 2 degrees below average. And then in this darker blue right here, that's where we see the coldest temperatures this week, or the coldest temperatures in this cold blast. We will be seeing possibly 4 to 5 degrees below average, even more for the Little Rock, Tupelo, and Shreveport area and Alexandria area of Louisiana. We're gonna have very, very cold temperatures around parts of the south, but we will be seeing these this ridge change, bringing warm temperatures for the west. Now we're gonna have some slightly above average temperatures for these areas for Idaho, parts of Washington, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico and Arizona. That's about 1 to 2 degrees above average. In this darker shade for Portland, for Salt Lake City, and for Phoenix, we will be seeing possibly about the 2 to 3 degrees above average. And this is where we see the warmest temperatures. It's going to be extremely warm in these areas. We're going to have Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and California possibly up to 4 to 5 degrees above average, even more. It's going to be very, very warm here. It's going to be very, very cold here, guys. So it's just going to be a very weird pattern to see in July. And then we will be seeing some warmer temperatures out here for Florida too. And also, we will be seeing another warm blast start to affect the northeast by later next week, especially for parts of the New England area. That's where we can see possibly 2 to 3 degrees above average, and then maybe about a degree or two above average in the Ohio Valley in the Mid-Atlantic. So that was the 6 to 10 day outlook. Now we're going to be looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook. It changed a lot compared to yesterday. So we are going to still have these cold temperatures staying to the southeast here, but they won't be as cold as the 6 to 10 day outlook, we're only going to have about a degree or two below average for the areas of Little Rock and the South Central, and then we will be seeing this heat from Florida start to expand towards the southeast into parts of southern Georgia and the Panhandle. And then we are going to be seeing widespread warm temperatures after this. We're going to have very, very warm temperatures for much of the country. But while much of the country gets warm temperatures, we will have the southeast still be below average. It's going to be like a ridge just blocking it. So we are going to see slightly above average temperatures, basically coast to coast there. But we will be having the warmest temperatures out here into the Ohio Valley area and into the northeast. We will be having these warmer temperatures up to 4 to 5 degrees above average into the New England area. And then we will be seeing some warmer temperatures still for the west. We will be seeing up to 2 to 3 degrees above average, into the Four Corners, and then possibly 3 to 4 degrees above average into the California area. But we will be having these warmer temperatures out here into the New England area. Now we're going to be looking at the 3 to 4 week outlook. So as you can tell, we're going to have a huge area that's coast to coast, all the way from Portland, Maine, all the way to Seattle. We will be seeing above average temperatures, but it's not going to be for the whole country. It's going to be like dipping. It's going to be that ridge, that jet stream that's going to keep it into the south. So it's basically for the west, the east coast, and for the south. So we're having parts all the way to Maine. Let me do this again. All the way to Maine, to Texas, all the way to Seattle. And then while we have those warmer temperatures, we will having these cold temperatures into parts of the areas of the plains. We will be having some cold air stay in these areas for the next 3 to 4 weeks. On average, we will have Missouri, Iowa, and the Dakotas, and the Central Plains in there. And then for precipitation, we will be having some drier conditions out here for the west and the east and the south central. And then we will be having above average precipitation for the Central Plains there. So we will be seeing cold temperatures and a lot of precipitation. Now we're going to be looking at the temperature anomaly. We're not going to go super duper far into this. I want you guys just to see the next couple of days, so we're not going to go super duper far into it. But today we will be seeing a very, very cold temperatures already widespread into parts of the northern plains. I already told you guys it's already widespread already. And then we'll be seeing bringing cold temperatures for the southeast too. But we will be seeing possibly about 12 to 16 degrees below average for the South Dakota area, and for Nebraska, we'll be seeing possibly 12 degrees below average. And then across of it, we could see some possibly 8 degrees below average to the Iowa and Illinois area. And again, we will be seeing these warmer temperatures stick around into the New England area, bringing possibly 12 degrees above average. And then Louisiana could be already 4 degrees below average. This will be bringing very, very widespread. It will be basically very, very, very widespread. By tomorrow, it will be very widespread. We're going to have these warmer temperatures go very, very off the coast there. And then look at this. By tomorrow, New York and parts of the New England area are already going to be at 12 degrees below average. So it's going to change so very fast. It goes from 12 degrees above average to 12 degrees below average. And then we're still going to have these areas, especially right here into the plains, possibly bringing 8 to 12 degrees below average. Going to bring in some colder air for the areas of the Texas, Oklahoma area. And we'll see very cold temperatures for Missouri. And then by the 23rd, this will be affecting Georgia and parts of the southeast. The mid-Atlantic could be seeing possibly 12 degrees below average. Again, this whole area will be seeing very, very cold temperatures, possibly 8 to 12 degrees below average for many areas, all the way from the North Dakota area to the Texas area, all the way to the Maine. So we're going to have widespread cold temperatures. And again, this will be bringing very, very warm temperatures for the west, though. We will be seeing possibly up to 12 degrees above average already. And then by the 24th, we will be seeing these cold temperatures get a bit, not as cold as they were, but they will be still being widespread. We will be seeing the coldest area again to this area, basically. This area, we're going to be seeing the coldest air, possibly up to 7 to 8 degrees below average in this area. And then for many of these areas too, for the southeast and to the Ohio Valley, we will be seeing possibly 4 to 6 degrees below average for the majority of the time. And then again, this warmer temperatures for the west, bringing it up to basically 12 degrees above average. And then it'll be continuing on all the way to the 25th of July. We'll just have these widespread cold temperatures across the country, guys. It's looking like we're going to have a cold fall, possibly. And then we'll be just seeing these widespread cold temperatures across the country. So now that we looked at that, we're going to be looking at the real-time temperature. So today we'll be seeing some 70s out here and some 60s for the highs, even some 63 for the high for parts of Maine. So that's showing you how cold it's going to be. But again, this East Coast will not be seeing that right yet. We're going to see some 90s still there, and then we're going to see some 100s still there for some areas. Let me just make sure I'm on the right date. Yep. So by tomorrow. But all the way into the 23rd, though, look at this. 60s and 80s and 70s for the highs. As of today, will be some 80s. Again, we will be seeing some 70s for these highs, and then these 90s stay for the East Coast, and then some more 90s and triple digits out there for the West Coast. It won't get any better. Excuse me. So for the highs, it's still going to be the 70s. But we will be seeing these temperatures to get even colder and colder for the East Coast, especially as we go all the way into July 26th. Look at these temperatures getting to the 50s. Look at that. Some very, very low 50s. Can you believe that? Even almost in the 40s. We're actually going to reach the 40s. It's going to be incredibly cold for these areas. Look at this. Some 70s out there for southern Georgia. And we're going to have these almost triple digits out there for the West Coast, guys. So it's going to be incredibly, incredibly cold for some areas for summer temperatures. Now that we looked at that, we're going to be quickly looking at the European one. So again, we will be seeing these warmer temperatures out here for the northeast in the next couple of days, possibly up to 5 degrees above average, and that's going to be stretching all the way to the coast to coast. Basically, it's going to be like this, and then that's where we will have this ridge bringing in very, very cold temperatures, possibly up to 11 degrees below average for Nebraska and South Dakota. By the next 3 days, we'll be having it be widespread for the East Coast, and for the East. For the plains, we will be seeing possibly up to 7 degrees below average. And then for the Ohio Valley, we'll be seeing possibly 4 to 5 to possibly 6 degrees below average. It's going to continue to move south, bringing possibly 2 to 3 degrees below average for the southeast. And as we go in the next couple of days, like I said, we will possibly have another cold blast, a polar blast, very, very early. Look at this. It's going to possibly bring it to 13 degrees below average. Look at this. It's going to be basically cold blast. And again, like I said, it will be bringing warmer temperatures for the northeast and for the plains there. But again, somehow the southeast will find a way to be below average for a very, very long time. Quick thing we're going to be looking at is the real-time temperatures again. We will be seeing some triple digits by tomorrow. Very low triple digits, still 106 there. Then we will see these 90s continue to move south now, so we will be seeing these 70s again, and then we'll be seeing some very high 90s out there for the mid-Atlantic. By the next 3 days, look at these highs up to the 60s and the 70s. Going to be incredibly cold compared to what we saw today, and then we will be seeing these triple digits get worse and worse up to 114. It's going to continue to be incredibly warm. It's not going to get any better by the 27th of July. We will be seeing these warmer temperatures start to get a bit warmer for the southeast, but it's still going to be below average. And then we will be seeing these incredibly above average temperatures there, up to 118 degrees out there to the west coast. And it's by the next 10 days, it's still going to be incredibly warm, 118 degrees there. And then we will be seeing these 90s start to go back into the north. And then again, somehow the southeast will continue to be below average for a long time. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys, and bye.